We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. We've reached the halfway mark of the regular season. A lot of work left to do as we're away in Week 9. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Here's Brown again. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Burrow from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They deliver a shot before he can get to the line.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen, play goes nowhere.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Steelers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Dax Hill up for the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Buys time, rolling right. Off to the races, middle of the field. Hits the 20. There it is, touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. Oh, baby! He got loose, and after a few steps, there was nothing they could do to stop him. That, Brock, is the definition of a home run play.
You know, and when you go to draft, sign, or trade for a skill guy, you want him to have that kind of threat, that kind of breakaway speed. You don't always have to be a 4-3 guy on the track. You just have to be a guy that once you get in that open field, there is nobody, and I mean nobody in the building that was going to catch him.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's Gesicki. He's got it. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki. Complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And they send a man in motion. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's going to get stopped for right around the 45-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Brown on the inside give. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Here's Burrow. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. Reaches the 40. Into the red zone. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Gun.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that brings up 4th and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Steelers will take over possession. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap to Fields. Throw secured by George Pickett. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Steelers 1st down. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. They give to Harris from the gun, and he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Staying on the ground with Harris. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Fields out of the gun. Caught by Freiermuth. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They do snap it. Here's Fields. He connects downfield on 4th. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Pass is cut at the 9. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 20-zip lead. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with. And when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for him.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow. Cox, there's that rookie out of Florida State. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Got a man, it's Gesicki. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here we go.
1st down, Burrow to throw. He puts some power on a deep one. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. From the 41. On the move, headed right. He can run it. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. He manages a gain of 8 there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Fields. He fires one deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Harris can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop.
Now it's Brown. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers get it back on his 6th interception of the season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Angel. EQ. Hey, going out. We're going. Yep. Hey. 551.
Now Fields. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Take it to the house. Here we go.
They'll try it right with Brown. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This one falls incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds his man, Chase. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 4th down, Burrow. Catch is made down the right sideline. Forget that it was 4th down, Bronk. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the 1st. To throw again, it's Burrow. Finds a man right side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their 1st. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. Taking a deep shot here. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
That's Gesicki. He's got it. It's a gain of 29 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 11 mighty.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Peyton Wilson.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Calvin Austin on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
At their own 23-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. They'll start with a give to Harris. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 now. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go.
From the gun, they go with Harris. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only 1 yard that time, partner, so this is going to bring up 4th down and 5. The Steelers set to punt it. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the handoff, this is Brown. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Brown. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Now a give. It's Brown headed right. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
A give now to Brown. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Completes this one to Chase. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Third and just 2 to go.
Here we go, here we go.
Going with Brown on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Stop.
A give left side to Brown. And he's brought down after getting this to the 17 into the red zone. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Just 1 yard there. Now a tough call to make on 4th and short inside of field goal range.
Here we go. Here we go.
Trying for it with Burrow. Oh no, they get him yet again. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. The 50. The 30. He's at the 10. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, and the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers continue piling on to this lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Return coming from the 6. And this the same as a touchback now, up to the 30 before going out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. After the pick, here's Burrow again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Offense up to the line fast. from the 38. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end.
And they pick him off again. And the Steelers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Dax Hill up for the stop. So they'll decline this and take the results. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Man in motion here. Fields on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They've got first down from the 31.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Akers. And he's brought down after taking this to the 26. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Fields out of the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. He doesn't slide down if he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down, just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Motion man sent left. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers continue adding on to that lead. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. And he goes out of bounds, short of the 45, but still in excellent shape across the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
He's on the move. Catch made by Chase Brown. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Peyton Wilson.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Fields on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Throwing on third and long. Completed here to Pickens. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down on these critical third down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Chip Smith.
They do snap it. Here's Fields. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Here we go.
On first down, here's Burrow. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Burrow. He's got a man left. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 29. Has him running the comeback. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right? Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Bengals making the scoreboard look a touch better. And now the Bengals offense still on the field. We'll see them go for 2.
11.
He's throwing for it. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And this is recovered by the Steeler hands team. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game. That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Toward the sideline, and he's got Pickens. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. Ball at the 33 for first down. Shotgun snap to Fields. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they're left facing third and long. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Another throw for Fields. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll come up first and 10.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ooh, baby, Brock. This one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers tack on 7 more to their lead. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. He'll take this at the 10. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. And they pick him off again. That is Lewisine. And the Steelers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Dicker connects there. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Play home.
Play action now. Burrow. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And it won't matter in the end, but nevertheless, he's in for the late touchdown. The Bengals putting up points in a game decided. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Well, hey, credit to them, not giving up. Some nice little success here. They convert, they add the 2 points, but not going to do much for them as far as win-loss is concerned today.
Nope, train has already left the station in this one, but they've got a shot. If the league invented a 5-point, I don't know, maybe a 10-point play, Kate?
I would love that. We've seen that, right, in like all-star games, maybe a money ball late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, maybe the Pro Bowl. How about we figure that out in the Pro Bowl first?
Okay, sounds good. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week, specifically because of that miss.
First down, Burrow to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Trying to push it deep downfield. Big gain downfield. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And this is recovered by the Steeler hands team.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Here we go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Roman Wilson reels it in. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up second down. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one splits the uprights, and they'll continue adding to their lead. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Fielded at the 7.
The Bengals take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Looking to throw, Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going. But that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
And he will get the first as they touch him down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers get it as he makes his 3rd interception of this game. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.